That's funny. Oh my goodness. That's a long time to be live. How? Like without some good monsters or Red Bulls or something. Goodness gracious. So how are you this morning, Bianca?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I am good. Let's say good morning to the chat. Good morning, Robert. Good morning, Raymond. Good morning, Sam. Good morning, Sultan and James. Let's see here. Good morning, Rodney Danger. Good morning, um, Hooded Justice. Good morning, James. Um, so we're gonna talk about the She-Hulk finale. So we're going to put up a spoiler warning here in case anybody. Wait, are they gonna let me? Are they gonna let me? Yes, they are. I love it.
Why is it not green?
Because they won't wait. Can I do it in green? They take away all your backgrounds and everything. Like you're a day late on the payment. Deal with it. Green. There we go. At least it's a little better. At least it's a little better. So what did you think?
Oh, it was great as I expected it to be.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say that 8 was still my favorite episode yet. But I did like how they end this because it started to feel like we'll go through it bit by bit. I've got Disney Plus up. But I started to feel like towards the middle of it was just getting to be a fucking mess. And then I realized that was all done on purpose to have to have her be like, okay, this sucks. Let's fix this. And I was like, okay, all right. And it absolutely reminded me of John Byrne. Right? Like straight up Byrne-esque style, breaking the fourth wall, going after John Byrne. Like, that's what it was to me. And I really, really liked it. I can't actually play it because I don't want to get a copyright strike. But what did you think? Okay, how did it start off? Here, it started off with I know.
Oh, are we starting at episode 1?
No, we're gonna do the finale first. Wait, is this episode
This
1?
was episode 1.
Oops. I did not realize that. Don't play. Okay, good boy. What did you think of the throwback to the Hulk show?
I loved it.
It was so good.
I was like, if it wasn't this aesthetic, I would not mind. Except the way She-Hulk is portrayed. I'm like, no, I can't.
I kind of liked her hair though. Good morning, Reese.
Oh, her hair is great.
Did I miss it? I see. Oh, good morning, Drew. What's this Board of Blood comic? That's at 12:30 when Bianca has to go to work.
Oh, I am not leaving.
Okay, perfect then. You can go over Born of Blood with me.
Yay.
I love her outfit. Like, I kind of want this outfit today. Like, I would wear it. It's super cute.
I love it too. 80s aesthetic. And is that still Mark Ruffalo?
No, and look at I love how they made it well, I don't know if it was an actual person or not, but I feel so bad saying this, whoever was pretending to be She-Hulk in this like intro-y throwback thing looked awful.
I feel like I was wondering if it was a guy in a costume or just a very muscular woman, and I was like, I want to know.
I don't know if it's a guy. They gave her some tiggle bitties and but she's very masculine. Look, I don't know. I feel bad whoever it is. Good morning, Black Phoenix, because they look terrible. Like they made it look like what was it, Lou Ferrigno that used to dress up as a hawk during the old Hawk show, and I like how they made it that way. Like they did a really good aesthetic for this. And I really liked that they did that throwback. What I didn't like...
Oh, there's spoilers, Black Phoenix.
Spoilers. But what I didn't like is, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I still don't understand why she was in jail.
That's extremely obvious. They explained it.
because she hulked out and got mad and punched a TV.
Exactly. They feel like they can't trust her anymore. If she's willing to go off the rails, then why trust her? Put her in a cage.
But how many times did Hawk go crazy and not get arrested?
The government was after him the entire time.
Well, maybe I haven't seen that movie. What movie is that in?
Every movie and every comic book.
No, I know comics. I'm talking about MCU. Were they after it? All I remember is him working with them, literally working with them. Like,
well, yeah, because he was hired for the Avengers, so that's like a get out of jail free card.
I mean, then hire her for the Avengers.
They're not going to do that.
Why? She'd be the coolest Avenger. She'd be the coolest Avenger.
I don't know about that. Squirrel Girl would be the coolest Avenger.
No, She-Hulk. Yeah. Or, you know what? I still really do like Wanda. I do. But I still haven't seen... I haven't seen her gone evil yet. I haven't watched that movie yet. But The Incredible Hulk had to be chased. Maybe I just didn't see that movie. This is what people, like, mistake about me all the time, that I'm this crazy, like, MCU stan. I haven't even seen half the movies. Okay. It was not mine, Joseph. Good morning, by the way. But okay, so fine. They arrest her for getting mad. And when you're a Hawk, you're not allowed to get mad. Okay. All right.
I burped. I don't even remember that.
Okay. Oh, she's getting dressed. She's getting ready to leave. Basically, what happens is they agree, right? To let her out if they keep that device that keeps her from hulking out. Did they have that device on Blonsky?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why they went to go visit him in the retreat to fix it, because it was going haywire.
Right, but then how does he hulk Abomination out?
He takes it off.
But they didn't get an alert?
I don't know. He probably did something to it.
That could be. Plus, that was kind of all like a weird mess right there. Good morning, Dead Man Audio Comics, and good morning, Chris, Derek. Please don't vomit on the floor.
The sadness in her face when she had to put it on, and I'm like, oh, she can't be She-Hulk anymore.
I still love Nikki, but I'm kind of mad at her for staying at the job. Like,
I'm not.
I get it. She gets paid a lot, but
why should she have to sacrifice a good paying job?
She shouldn't. But like sister power?
No, bro.
I don't know. That's what this whole story, a lot of this story was about.
Even Jen said that she understood and she didn't want her to quit the job just because of what people thought of her.
I have closed captions on that. Off. There we go. Yeah, and I get it. But she was brought in there by Jen as a paralegal, as her paralegal, to be more specific. And then now who's she going to work? Like, is she going to work with Mallory? That I could see.
Yeah, at least temporarily.
Mallory's kind of awesome. I like her. Did you like? Okay, let me see if I can get this to work here. I wanted to bring up. We've got the this all over the news, right? But I like how. There we go. I got it. Gallagate. Why is everything a gate?
Which I think is the joke.
I know it is, but like I was kind of laughing at that. I'm like, well, there's like Gamergate, Comicsgate. I'm sure there's more that I can't think of that are more political that I don't follow. But like Gallagate. I don't know.
The device doesn't stop you from hulking out. It lets you know if you did hulk out. If you did, then they come a freaking SWAT team over.
Or that actually makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, if anything happens to the device, they'll know. If it breaks, they'll know, and so that's a sign for them to go over there.
Because of Watergate. There we go. Duh, Watergate, the original. Oh my god.
I
Yeah,
eat
that
expired
actually
bread, and I've always felt fine.
weird. Weird. Um
I'm Hispanic. We just put it in the fridge.
oh my gosh. Yeah, but yeah, that actually makes a lot more sense. I wondered how it could possibly like what they could have in there that would cause them to not be able to. I hate that she loses so much though. Like right out of the gate, she loses so much.
Correct. In a disguise, it's just a detector. Doesn't really do much. Just lets them know. Ew.
What?
Joseph was saying that he accidentally had expired milk and it tastes like
Ew.
Sprite.
Whoa. Gross. Oh my god. Okay. I hate that she loses so much. Cause like I'm assuming it's because I've grown fond of the character and Tatiana Maslany playing the character, right? But she loses everything. She loses her apartment. She loses her job. She loses to these intelligentsia people. She loses everything and has to move back into her parents. Like
Like the first episode. I mean, second episode.
I feel bad for her. Like I I kind of feel like the punishment doesn't fit the crime in this situation.
A
Like
lot of times it never does.
it's completely understandable why she got upset.
Yeah, but nobody cares about that. It's what they perceive.
I mean, I guess it just seems like I guess maybe in a way it's what we've been saying all along is that she felt more confident than a lot of people would have liked her to, and she is doing
Gesundheit.
that whole like humbling her thing.
Four
You know
hundred
what I
thousand
mean?
dollars a year. Dang. But she didn't even last a year. I agree. I almost called you Snowflake because I'm looking at my dog. I agree, Tristan.
Robert said, FYI, the intelligentsia was set up during Age of Ultron. It was mentioned by Hydra, so Hydra thought a bunch of incels were worth keeping an eye on.
This is
I
obviously
mean,
not the same.
yeah, and
They
not
weren't
only
going to keep true to that. There was a theme in this show, and so to keep it on theme, they used the intelligentsia. If they were to say, "Hey, there's a real intelligentsia, not a fake, and not this fake one," then that'd be kind of cool.
yeah, I could see them doing that, but I guess I don't remember them. I've seen Age of Ultron more than any other Marvel movie, and I don't remember that. That's my favorite Marvel movie. I have terrible taste. Shut up.
What was your favorite Marvel movie?
Age of Ultron.
I like Age of Ultron.
I know I always hear people say they don't like it.
I heard it's the worst one, and I'm like, oh, I had fun. I
I
liked it.
know. The only thing I ever can't take seriously is that one line from Ultron where he's talking and he's the living the living embodiment of the internet, right? He's so smart, but yet he doesn't know the word children. He just says little people. Like, okay, all right. I was hoping they were going to expand upon the mask thing a little bit, and they really didn't.
The Mask, you said?
Yeah, remember that was like a big deal last week.
No.
Mask that they were wearing at the gala. They were like the red mask. They kind of were like the anonymous people.
Yeah, what about the Red Mask?
I was just hoping that they would expand upon its origin.
No, they're just
Mask.
want to hide their face.
Yeah, they're just masks. It's pretty simple. I love how though Nikki's like ride or die. She's like, we're going to get even with them at any and or what does she say? At any and all way possible. And she's like, legally. She's like, no, at any and all way possible. I love her. I was really hoping that leak that I sent you. So me and Bianca were talking back and forth before this started, and we had both heard leaks. But one of the leaks that I had heard was that Wolverine was going to show up in a bar
Which
fight.
I doubt. Like, that scene in the trailers where it's Abomination and Hulk, I was like, what the crap is this? A cabin? And then somebody was like, oh my gosh, it's a bar! And somebody said they saw Wolverine claws, and I was like, but this doesn't look like a bar. So I had a suspicion. I'm like, I don't think he's going to be in here. That makes no sense. It doesn't look like a bar. Do you guys know what a bar looks like?
See, when I seen that fight clip, I thought maybe they were going to move from that somewhere else. Like, because I could tell, at least I had at least kind of the idea that it was on Emil's sanctuary. So I was like, are we going to move from here? Is the fight going to be huge? Is it going to, move from this place to a real bar? Because this doesn't look like a bar. So I was hoping, but it wouldn't make sense, right? Especially after Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman literally just announced it. It wouldn't make sense at all.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they're trying to figure out who Intelligentsia is. I'm not gonna lie. Right off the bat, Hawk King was kind of did you think it was a little disappointing, or was it just me?
I didn't care.
You didn't care?
No.
I don't know if it was just because I expected it to be somebody like a little more.
I mean,
like
everybody knew it was Todd.
Who's everybody? And how did they know before
everybody
me?
I knew was literally talking about how they knew it was Todd because they know Todd is part of Intelligentsia.
How? Am I just dumb? Do I not read like context clues?
I mean, he was a creep.
Yeah,
he kept trying to get
creep
close
doesn't
to
make
her.
you a criminal.
No, it was what he was saying. It was stuff that he was doing. He's constantly around her.
All right, fine. I'll give you that. I had no idea. I don't pick up on shit. All right. I was just kind of like, I don't know. I was kind of hoping it was somebody bigger than that. I literally, okay. I thought the twist. She gives her that video, right? She gives her the video when she's in high school.
No, university.
And I was so mad. I thought at first that the twist was going to be, I don't know why that keeps loading, and my apologies. I thought it was going to actually be that she was evil.
No.
I was so mad for like 3 seconds. But it wasn't. It would have been a good twist, though. Like, nah. They actually,
the way they talked about her in the interviews, I knew that wasn't going to happen.
I know, but like, it kind of felt like they're going for literally like 3 seconds, and then I realized it. So for everybody out there that's going, oh my god, there's no good guys out there. That's my, I don't know, whiny voice. I don't know why I made it Valley either. This guy actually like helped save her. Like this dude right here, Pug, was the BAMF of the dudes for this whole season. I like his character a lot. I don't think he got enough airtime.
Nah, I wanted to see more of Pug. Pug is great.
Pug is awesome. And if it wasn't for Pug, they wouldn't have been able to find out who Intelligentsia is. So he's like, what, like the hero in disguise, right? Yes, Reese, I'm talking about you. Yes, Reese, I'm talking about you, and I don't know why I went Valley with it. And it's not just Reese, but a lot of people have been saying this is a man hating show and it's a woman hating show. Actually, it's both. It's a lot of both. It's just a show. But yeah, Pug is awesome, and they actually like post that video on there, right? And find out who Intelligentsia is or where they're meeting. Now, this is the part that takes it outside of the spectrum of like incels online, because maybe I live in a different world or I'm naive, which could very well be. But is there a bunch of people on like 4chan really meeting up in real life?
I don't know. I remember that one time where everybody was trying to make a date to raid Area 51 in Naruto Run, and I think only one person was there.
I remember that became a meme for like a year. Like that, yes. But I just don't see, maybe because they're all in the same area or at least relatively close. But that's where I don't see it as, and especially because when you get into this, when Pug goes in here, under disguise, terrible, like he just has the worst time possible here. There's a lot of people.
He looks great though.
He does, and they accept like Todd. So I don't know if the word's dumb or what, but like he thinks immediately that he is like, oh, of course you are, like, okay, I don't know, not sure about Reddit, but let's look at TwitchCon. I heard some shit went down at TwitchCon, like somebody
I was wondering if Todd was gay.
I didn't think Todd was gay. I thought Pug was gay.
Because Todd was talking about how handsome he was.
Yeah. What is that?
And he was like, and he's hot. And I'm like, what? Bro, that's just so random. Why would you just randomly say that?
That's what I think they were going for, the whole like meta idea of the like the people that project the most are usually the guilty ones. Like they say that a lot of the meanest people to gay people are like the biggest homophobes are closeted queer people. Like I think that's kind of what they were going for. Todd Gate, exactly.
Pug in the comics has a full name. I think is pronounced Pugalise or something like that, but it's just shortened to Pug as a nickname.
Didn't they say it when he was?
Yeah, they said it.
It was just a one time. I thought so. But yeah, he thinks he's hot. And it's super. And she's like, the funny thing I love about Nikki, she goes, call them all females. And I'm like, wait, I say female all the time when I'm talking about women.
No, it's like there's this thing I've seen where guys would say something like, see, us guys are like this, but you females, instead of saying girls or women, are like that. Instead of saying male and female, it's guys and female.
Gotcha.
So they would think of it as some sort of downgrading from what I've learned.
Gotcha. I don't know. I was like, I say females all the time, but yeah, I say males and females.
Not wrong. It's just in that context.
Yeah, I think it's just the medical side of me says males and females all the time. Like this just seems like there's so many people that like really hate She-Hulk. How?
Assumptions?
Yeah.
So I'm glad the group ended up being an actual good people.
What do you mean? Oh, Emil didn't seem that bad either. Even his talking points, like, yeah, he's going back to jail for going in to be an abomination. But what he was saying was like, I don't know how I feel about it. It was like an inspirational thing, but also with as good of friends as he is as She-Hulk, I would say is kind of crossing line. What are you talking about? She represented him. They had a whole episode dedicated to their friendship.
Oh, wait, are we talking about Yablonsky?
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about this guy.
Oh, yeah, this was the guy from the Wrecking Crew that ended up being a good guy and going to Emil and kind of um I don't know, smoothing things over, so to speak. But like, I don't, I don't know. He looks so weird.
A guy
Like, it's
literally slapped his hand so hard and he got hurt, and I'm like, why would you slap it as hard as you can? That makes no sense.
no, none whatsoever. Drunken Atheist Studio. Thank you so much. I imagine the reason they met up for a motivational thing was to take a jab at Jordan Peterson types. What?
But it wasn't Jordan
It
Peterson.
wasn't even. No, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean, but it wasn't even anything. That would have
He didn't
never
even get
crossed
to
my
the
mind.
talking points. He was just talking how he would talk in his retreat to the people he already had, which was a motivational speaker. Not only that, but he helped Jennifer. So I
Yeah.
don't see how. He wasn't even
Yeah.
doing anything bad. He was just doing his job.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a stretch. It just makes sense they had to touch on it. I think it was just a hired gig, like you say in your next text thing. I think that's thinking way too much into it. Maybe I'm
Oh,
wrong.
they just wrote that. Oh, I think Abomination was just hired for the gig. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was just hired for the gig.
but thank you. I don't mean to disagree with your super chat. I don't see that at all. Like, we've seen Emil the entire time go from this previous version of himself to growing and having, what was it, 7 wives, and being this inspirational leader to all of his
Seven
following.
soulmates, Tristan, get it right.
Soulmates, my bad, my bad. SSJK. Sanctum did not like it. Oh, I did.
That's
I
fine.
did. There's people that aren't gonna like it. It's very, very meta.
The
And I
seventh
understand
episode
that.
will continue to be my favorite.
7? I like the
Mhm.
8. Eight was with Daredevil, right?
Yeah,
Then what happened in 7 that you liked so much?
that was the
I feel like
retreat.
that was that's my second favorite. Yeah, I agree. That was a good one too. That one I like so much because we got a lot of like deeper versions. Like, we got a lot of character growth in Jen. We got the idea of her admitting to her messing up. Her admitting and kind of realizing, that she had been ghosted and dealing with those feelings and how she was going to move on. I did like that one. Yeah.
We've been talking about season 2 during this entire episode, so I'm like, it's probably gonna get renewed.
Oh, it's most definitely going to get renewed. So we get, oh god.
Fedora.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice that. They like, that's the meme, right? I'm trying to get it so we can see Todd King here, Hulk King. Because he got the blood, he was able to inject himself. And this is where everything goes awry. This is where nothing is making sense, right? Like, this is where I was like, okay. Like, I was kind of disappointed. She-Hulk is woke. What? I know you're
I'm kind of
trolling.
disappointed that his hair didn't change. When Banner turns into Hulk, his hair changes. When Jennifer turns into She-Hulk, her hair changes. His hair is just the same.
That's because he's Todd and he sucks. But this is where I was like, okay, all right. He injects himself with her blood. Now, are we gonna have no more storyline with this? Because she, like, I don't know where they're going with this past this point. I think Intelligentsia is kind of, at least this version of him. I don't know. You
Well, she
think
kind
that's,
of erased the storyline.
yeah, that's where I'm confused
So they
at.
might still have her blood
Yeah, that's
somewhere.
true. That's true, but like, with that weird like mid season or mid thing retcon, that's where I was like, where what part of this is real? That's where Hawk shows up, just jumps through. I was like, this is where I was getting annoyed. Like, legitimately, like, annoyed because none of it made sense. We see Hawk jump through the ceiling and we see Titania jump through the wall. Like, straight up Peggy Bundy's ass flying through the fucking air in a kick. And I'm like, what? What's going on? I'm like, this is terrible. And then it pans to Jen and she's like, what is this? This is a mess. I'm not putting up with, like, I like Ingleton came out on Sunday and said they don't really use the fourth wall breaking the way they should. And they kind of do on some points with the, jokes, right? But one thing I do like with what they use it for is expanding upon being able to give exposition. And that's kind of what she did. Like, I'm not going to put up with this shit. I'm just not. SSJ. I'm gonna call you KDAT. That's what I'm calling you now. Pair characters punching the air with fist and bump written on his knuckle. No, what?
I can
Did I
see
miss
it.
that?
It's a pear. He has hands, and he's fist pumping. One hand says fist, the other one says pump. Fist pump.
Pear? An actual like pear? Like I eat a pear
Yeah, an actual pear.
in this show.
No, it's a super chat. They did a super sticker.
Oh
You crazy?
my I thought he wrote that. Oh my god, I don't have my phone open, that's why. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Kate. I'm sorry. I
just
see
realized
it now.
SSJ. I thought it was a Super Saiyan reference. No, wait, that is a Super Saiyan reference, isn't it? SSJ? Dang, I don't remember. Oh well.
I see it now. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. I usually catch that. Okay. Wow. I apologize. But thank you. I was looking in the background of this, like, where? This is like the most vapid shit in the background too. Did you notice that? Today is today.
He's really bad at writing haikus and writing emotional messages.
Like, it's like what I said about Zack Snyder's dialogue, like I'm 14 and this is deep. This is today. And it's still over here. Okay, all right. So this is kind of where I really liked it.
I want them to sell merch.
What?
I want them to sell the Today is Today merch.
Today is today. Good morning, Empaz.
Oh, a new kitty profile picture.
Hey, little piggy kitty. But this is where I liked it. Because at this point I was like frustrated with it, right? What's this one? Big men dream big. Yeah. Okay. All right. Little men dream little. Okay. All right. Sure. Why not? But
I was thinking them saying like big men metaphorically, not like tall or muscular or anything. Like being
Robert,
the bigger person.
Robert, I can't. Oh, maybe. I was thinking you meant fat. I can't show your membership message on the screen, but I can read it. I was not a fan of them setting up World War Hawks and then not pulling, and then not to starting that over. I was not a fan of them setting up World War Hawks, then not only pulling the rug out, but mocking and dismissing it as the super soldier serum plot. Boo.
I didn't expect them to set up World War Hulk just because they said some stuff that was similar to the comic books of World War Hulk. That's just all the fandoms like constantly doing this and then being disappointed when it doesn't happen. And I'm like, they're not setting up anything. They're just putting Easter eggs.
Yeah,
so when you get disappointed, I'm like, well, you're the one who expected it. Don't expect it.
That's so funny because that's literally, and I'm going to bring it back to Ingleton again. That's literally what he was saying. Like, don't expect a bunch. Like, even me, I was like, oh, we're going to get a Red Hawk. Like, but no, these are Easter eggs. These are, I get it. I get what you mean, Robert. The Hulk blood was a setup. Right. I understand that. But, like,
But you assumed
really?
it was for World War Hulks when it was
Right.
just supposed to be Todd using it, and then for that to be erased. And she said, "Wait for the movie."
No. Did she?
She
Thought
did.
she said she wasn't getting a movie.
No, to set up Hulk coming in from space, and she said, "Well, we need we need we have to. He
No.
has to come back. You know, how are we going to explain that?" She said, "Wait for the movie."
Ah, okay. All right. I'm not even kidding because the funny thing is I read the leaks about this part, but I still was like, whoa, like, what the fuck just happened to my screen? Did you kind of, I know that's the reaction they were going for, but is that what you, like, were you like, what the fuck? Or did you know?
Yes.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah.
Did my audio cut out?
A little bit, but I thought it was me because it says there was a connection problem. Well, first of all, Mr. Immortal is immortal. He's not a villain. He just had to pay all his exes. He can still be the Great Lakes Avengers.
Oh yeah, because he's not actually dead.
Yeah.
Held him accountable. Duh, God.
But I don't see
So the
why they would
leaks.
make the Great Lakes Adventures anyway. If they did, they would probably have to make that rated R. Like one guy wears like BDSM gear.
Yeah, no, it did cut out. Okay, thank you so much. Um, so the leaks were true. The leaks I saw yesterday were the ones I saw the other day were not. So it just depends on which one you're talking about. But yeah, I was like, what the fuck's going on here? And okay, wait. It's not gonna let me. All right. You can see it. She jumps through the actual app, right? The She-Hulk app. She goes to I've never watched this show, have you? This assembled show?
Which one?
The one she jumps into, this assembled down here.
I've seen it. I just never. I mean, like in the menu. I see it all the time. I've never watched it.
I haven't either. I'm assuming it's like a behind the scenes thing. Thank you so much, Reese. Good morning. I know I said good morning to you. What am I doing? This is for those poor defenseless cats that had to sit there with She-Hulk. They loved it. Okay, they ran away, but that's what cats do. That's just what they do. Thank you, Reese.
My dog watches stuff with me. She likes looking at the TV. Little weirdo.
Every once in a while, they'll sit in front of the TV and try to grab something, like something will be shooting around and they'll try to grab it, but they have to be in the right mood. But She-Hulk doesn't put them in the right mood. There's nothing to grab except for a big green lady. Okay, when she first jumps into here, that is the scene. So this looks flawless, by the way. The CGI on this, they did a really good job. Like it felt like they stepped it up from the previous ones. But that's the remember when we first got the teaser for She-Hulk? How long ago that was?
Yeah, and that's where they did
That
the butt shot.
yeah, took from the last episode. Like this must have been filmed and ready to go. It must have taken a really long time. That was so disappointing. Oh, Black Phoenix didn't like it. Silly girl. Good morning. Um, but she goes and she walks around like look, like she looks great. Um, walks around. I don't know Marvel Studios. I'm assuming is what it is. And she goes into the studio and she's like, "Not."
Jessica.
I know that's the first thing I said too. But she's not happy with him, like at all, and she wants it kind of
By Dead Guy
rewritten.
Audio.
Kind of rewritten. I don't know. By Dead Guy Audio. Wait, Dead Guy Audio? I thought it was Dead Guy. Dead Guy Audio Comics. I knew it wasn't crazy. Titania was wasted on this show, and that's a shame. I feel bad for her because she was so into it too, right? She
Oh,
was
I
so
see
into it.
comic panels.
Oh yes.
Comic panels. Oh, and I have that She-Hulk cover on the top. I'm pretty sure that's Charles Soule.
Same with this one.
Dan Slott.
Freaking, is this Joelle Jones' new one?
Joel
I mean,
Jones.
not Joelle Jones. Who does the covers for She-Hulk? Oh my God, what's her name?
I don't think it's her. I think these are character sheets.
That could be Jen Bartel. What am I thinking? Joelle Jones. Okay, different cover artist. Jen Bartel's freaking stuff is so pretty though.
I was disappointed that despite Jessica Gao being the head writer of the show, she didn't speak. It was just some other person. And I'm like, no, come on. It's your show. You should be able to speak and all that stuff.
I wonder if that came down to, she's a writer. It may be like everyone has their own little talents. Maybe she had a hard time with it, like nailing the lines without. I don't know. Like I think there's got to be a reason because she was the main writer, but she was also going on interviews, so maybe not. I don't know. That's weird. I love how we see the Iron. Look how good she looks.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I didn't notice the Iron Man stuff.
Oh, and then the Thanos thing right here. Like, am I crazy or
yes?
Besides on a normal basis, in this point, I mean, did they make her thinner than in the previous episodes?
If they did, I really can't tell.
Okay, maybe I am crazy then. I feel like see, that was one issue I always had, like, with this show, was that they just gave her a normal woman's body, just taller. Like, I guess that's kind of how She-Hulk's always been. Like, I had to go back and look. I like the hallway fight, though. Like,
the hallway fight was amazing. She was like, I'm behind you. And I'm like, she's going to flip you over and you're going to get hurt so badly.
Yeah, she is definitely thinner after repeated tweets fat shaming her. You're so full of it. Nobody fat shames She-Hulk. What did you think of the Kevin bot? The Kevin bot.
I saw the Kevin in the leaks and I was like, okay, is it Kevin or is it something else? And then I'm seeing it's a robot. I'm like, okay, makes sense because it's obviously an abbreviation. I'm surprised Kevin Feige let this pass though.
Why?
Isn't this not a hit on him and how he does Marvel movies? I mean, shows and stuff.
I think it was more a joke. Like, I don't think it was supposed to be taken, like, super seriously.
That's true. That's how she is in the comics.
Yeah, like, remember, we can look here in a little bit, but, the stuff with, oh my God, John Byrne. When he did it, she came after him. So I'm wondering if that's why. You know what I mean? Because she came after him, and it wasn't Savage She-Hulk, was it? I got it pulled up. Maybe I do. If it ever decides to load. It's not going to load. It's just not going to load. God. Sensational. That's the word I was looking for. Sensational. In Sensational She-Hulk 31, that's exactly what happens, right? She goes after the maker, so to speak, right? She goes after him, John Byrne. So, I mean, it's kind of on the same line. She's going after Kevin. Kinda. You know which comic I'm talking about? I know you've read it.
Read what?
The John Byrne run.
No, I did not read the John Byrne run. I know of the John Byrne run, and I know of many different panels.
Oh my. The biggest She-Hulk fan I know. Wow.
It's expensive. I don't have the money for it.
That's true. That's true. Isn't it on Marvel Unlimited? It might be on Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah, the showrunners did say that they were fighting with Feige a lot. Feige? It was supposed to be 100% like John Byrne, but writer's room said that it was too much fourth wall breaking, and so they added in the Dan Slott, the Charles Soule, What others? And then of course, some of the original Savage She-Hulk first run here and there.
I mean, and I think that that's fair, but I like that they went back to basics with the last episode. I thought that was kind of cool. Like the the beginning of She-Hulk breaking the fourth wall in Sensational She-Hulk was how they ended this episode. And I think I like that. Like I thought that was smart. I can't say, let me see if I can get it to show. I wish they'd have done this weird like Kevin bot differently. Like I don't know how I feel. It's weird. Is it weird? It's weird. Oh God, the MCU. Goodness gracious. Bianca, are you there?
Yeah.
Like pulling teeth getting you to talk today.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. Like, what did you think of the design of the Kevin bot? I don't know if I like it. It's weird.
I like it. I'm trying to find out what the blue, green, and red look like. It reminds me of something, but I can't put my finger on it.
Color wheel? I don't know. I'm guessing it's got to do with like because it's got the projection thing in the background where all the TVs are, and that's like the basic colors. But I feel like it would have went over better if it was like an Android robot, like it was an actual. Maybe not. Maybe it would have went over better. Infinity Stones? No, I don't think it's Infinity.
Maybe that is what it's reminding me of, because there are also different colors.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like if you're talking to a robot named Kevin, he needs to have a face. Maybe I'm wrong. But basically, they reworked the whole episode here. The whole thing. The whole thing.
Which made me happy.
I I loved the meta about how much it costs to produce the She-Hulk body. I thought that was really cute. How they were like, okay, well, we need you to transform back for budget issues, but do it off camera.
Yeah. Because they have explained, the showrunners have explained that, they couldn't, that She-Hulk is an extremely big budget, which is why she was Jen a majority of the time in the show, because it was too expensive.
Yeah, I bet it is. And you probably got to pay a lot of. I don't know. I Marvel for me lately has had a little bit of a CGI issue, and
Well, of
I think
course, they're abusing the VFX artists, and then the companies are just like, yeah, we can work for Marvel and overwork our people.
everybody wants to work for Marvel, right? No, like they treat their employees like crap. I love this though. I'm not gonna lie, I love this with the comics in the background, like on a
Yeah.
spinner rack. I thought that was really cool because a lot of the times you've noticed, like going through some of the stuff at when she was working for the law firm, a lot of what they would show, like the paperwork, would have been like character Bible type stuff in different comic panels. So I thought that was really smart to put that in the background. Then we go back. And do we go back to right after the fight, or do we just have to headcanonize what happened in that fight?
No, she just skipped through it.
She was just like, fuck it.
Yeah, she said what did she say about him? Uh she said, did she say she wanted him to go to jail or something about his actions, or was that somebody else? She said something specifically about the Todd thing. I feel like she said something else besides it's not the powers that make the villain or something like that. It's the person.
So I'm gonna be a bitch here. Hold on. Don't come here and advertise somebody else's videos because you don't like what I have to say. Don't do it. I let very few people get away with advertising other people's videos. And that's so shitty to come at somebody and be like, well, obviously you've never been at my channel, considering I've supported Johnny Depp long before most people did. Um and then come here and be like, go watch somebody else's review because okay, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Fuck off. Go back to your hug box. Goodbye. We get to see Daredevil.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, hey, can I have like Daredevil back?" And he's like, no." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And then he just pops out, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I guess she can have him for a few more seconds.
But why is he staying with her for a week? Like, are they a thing now?
Well, Pug said, "Yeah." Pug asked that and
Huh?
looked kind of sad, and Nikki said, "Yeah."
That's awesome. They had such good chemistry.
I'm sorry, Pug. He looks so disappointed.
I don't like. Is this her aunt?
Yeah, I think it's her aunt and uncle.
She is thirsty as all hell.
Yeah,
You notice that? It was so weird.
she kept
Like,
staring at him.
like to the point where the uncle had to come and get him. Get her. Like, come on, honey. Stop staring at the handsome man. Just move along. Like, stop it. Goodness gracious. Good morning, Hominus. So
Pug blocked.
she's saying it's not even like, yeah, here we go. She's like super into him. It's so weird. It's so weird. Then the questions about like how much money do you make? Like, I don't know. Wait, what is going on in the chat?
Somebody who made an account yesterday, I guess. It's causing some stuff in the chat.
Oh yeah,
I
literally
don't know.
yesterday. That's not an old account. Yeah, no. Matt Murdock gets more ass than a New York subway seat. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, that's true. Matt has always been a little bit of a whore. Dirty little whore. Okay, so the big reveal. The big reveal that's not even about She-Hulk in the She-Hulk show. Like, I'm not being mean at all here, but no, don't play. You will get me in trouble. I'm not being mean here at all. But if
didn't you accidentally press play?
Yeah, shut up. If this happened, okay, let's pretend we've got a Doctor Strange show. And the big reveal was about the female character, people would be fucking outraged. But because the big reveal is about Hawk, it's okay. Do you see my point here?
Yes.
Candace, thank you so much. Welcome to the Ace the Bat Hound. I totally need better names for that. But thank you so much. I appreciate you. What was that guy mad about? He was trying to. Was it about? Like, did I misunderstand? Was it about saying the N word or something?
Oh, when he came in here, he greeted everybody with the N word. Black Phoenix says, please don't use that word. And he was like, what word? There's like more than one N word. And I'm like, if you're speaking Spanish and want to say negro equals black, that's obviously not a curse word.
Right. But, okay.
I said equals when I meant means.
I know what you mean. Robert, we haven't. Okay, fine. We're getting to the reveal. The reveal of the Hawk reveal in the She-Hulk show. Just saying, just putting it out there. But I'll be called an SJW, even though anybody else that made that point about a dude show would be like, right, it's the MCU, bro. Not a fan of how Scar looks. Receding hair. Okay.
I love it.
Take it. You love it?
I love it.
Wait, I gotta get him up on the screen. You little asshat. Please work. There we go. No, stop it. Oh my god.
It's a typical warrior look. That's why I love it so much.
I think it looks great. Like, I get the hair, thing. I understand where you're coming for, but like even like the CGI is really good. The way his like the markings on his shoulders, I think it looks like I'm not gonna tell obviously say to Robert, right? Look up at the comics because he knows this. But like it looks very much so like Scar. Like it looks great. But now to what you were saying earlier, are we gonna get that storyline
We
in
could, but just not in here. They don't have the
okay.
budget to do all of that stuff.
Oh, for sure. A lot of what we see happen off screen. So are we going to find out? I'm assuming we're going to find out in Captain America. What is it? New World Order? Maybe a little bit of the backstory. I wish they could get the rights. Like they're holding on to Hulk gets no respect. You can't be
This is
serious.
literally called Hulk Was Right, the TV show. Because everything that he warned Jen about, it ends up happening.
Happening. Yep. And she gets kind of like I said humbled. Freaking humbled. Good morning, Jer Bear It. I know you're 13 minutes
What?
behind, but
Oh.
that's you'll see that in 13 minutes. But yeah, I love the way he looks. I really do. I think he does look like a warrior version of his father. Now, when was this child conceived? And wasn't Scar's mother a woman? Like a human?
That's what I want to know, because I know in the Hulk Incredible Hulk, they said, oh, he couldn't get excited or else he'll Hulk out. Uh so I'm at least glad that, he's able to have a son in this universe.
Yeah.
Did the Hulk rights come back to Marvel already? Because I haven't heard anything yet.
I haven't either. I didn't think so.
Oh,
Unless something
2024. Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Oh, okay. So, hell yeah. That's awesome. We'll finally get the Hawk movie. It was on Sakaar. Okay, so probably during Ragnarok.
Does
And that
time go differently over there?
yes, when it comes well, no. Sakaar or Scar aged up like near like in one comic book. Like it was really
What?
really fast. Yeah. And he has
Gosh
some daddy
dang.
he has daddy issues. Um and I can't remember about his mom. I'll have to go back and look, but I know he's got some serious daddy issues. So I'm
Scar?
assuming, yeah, yeah, oh yeah, because he thinks his dad abandoned him. He had nobody
Oh.
there.
But he grew up so fast. It's not it's not Hulk's fault.
He wasn't there for his whole childhood, which was a year.
It was his whole childhood is a year.
No, I don't know if it was really a year, but still, I bet Hawk smashed good. Good morning, Elon.
Planet
I
Hulk was on the Ragnarok movie.
didn't his mother die though? To my understanding, if I remember correctly, yeah, it's been a long time.
Question mark.
Yes, huge question mark. But she was an alien warrior. Okay, all right. So maybe we'll get that story. Maybe we'll back up and get that story. But I think that's what they're gonna have to kind of go through is um
Morning, Elon. I mean
dealing with
afternoon.
dealing with like the abandonment issues he's got and the issues of growing up as this Sicarian is that how you say it? Sicarian warrior. Um without his father or knowing how to use his powers. Good morning, Angelo. Um and I don't know that I know I want to see that story. Like I feel like Hawk deserves that story, but if we have to wait till 2024, this character's already going to have been in or in the show for. I guess they could do a prequel.
They
That would be all right.
could.
Because it's already going to be like what, a year and a half before they can even. Scar was a really good kid, but becomes adult like Shazam when he hawks out. Uh,
Oh,
Shazam
does his is it like that mentally too?
I remember him being a kid, but I don't remember exactly the whole story. I don't know, but he looks great. They did it great with the design. I really, really like it. And then we have this weird scene where she's walking into court because she's taking, Hulk King or oh my god, what was his name? Why did it just
Odd.
walk Todd? Yeah, out of to court for what he did. Basically revenge porn, stealing her blood, spreading lies. He was Alex Jonesing it up, I guess. But then he like I cringed so bad when he was like, "What are you wearing?"
Oh, I heard. Was that what he said?
Yes.
Because I heard something different.
Literally, he said, about what are you. He asked the other questions first, and he may have said, "Who are you wearing?" Not what are you wearing, because that would
Yeah,
be
he
like,
said, "Who are you wearing?" But I don't understand what that means.
huh?
What's "who are you wearing" means?
Like the designer. Like who made your clothes?
Oh, and she probably doesn't want to give out the info because it's secret.
Yeah, yeah, because it was that one guy that I forget his name, but he was awesome.
Luke.
Luke, that's what his name was. So we do have a post-credit scene, of which I don't understand because he knows he's gonna get in trouble again. Like, I like Abomination, but he keeps doing the same thing over and over again and expecting not to get in trouble.
I don't think he cares.
I don't think he cares either, to be fair. Yeah. But then Wong, isn't he going to realize he's like an accessory here?
I mean, Wong is initiating it.
That's true. And I don't think he cares either, to be fair. But so what the hell does this lead to? Like the Thunderbolt shit?
No, it's already been confirmed who's going to be in the Thunderbolts, and Abomination's not there.
Oh, yeah. Don't they have Taskmaster in the Thunderbolts? That's so goofy. I'm going to be nice. It's dumb. It's dumb. Nobody liked her. This was a Thunderbolt setup. That's what I thought, but Bianca said no. Is he?
They already revealed who's going to be in the Thunderbolts, and it's not him.
Yeah, it's not. It was Elena, Winter Soldier, some other people, but I know it wasn't him. I can't even remember. They're probably hiding Abomination as a surprise. That could be, and I could
It
see
could
him go.
be.
And I think he would be. I like the actor a lot. I think he does great with this character. To be honest with you, he gives him a lot of charisma. I really like him. But
I love him.
the only thing that would have been great for me, and you can't really see it in this shot, but you see I like the pillows here.
Yes.
It would have been great if Madison was sitting there. Come on, that would have been awesome.
No.
Yes, I love her. She was
I
great.
do not like Madison.
Oh, that would have been awesome. She can be a Thunderbolt, and we can have this Valley girl walking around like it's Madison, Madyssnn. Madison. Oh, that would have been great.
No.
She was
No.
funny for what she was worth, but that would have been good. Okay, I liked her way more than most people.
I think a lot of people liked her.
She was adorable.
She was annoying.
I can see that. I can see that a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna set up. We've been, you know what irritates me about Thunderbolt stuff in general, if that's what this is truly setting up, is when we did get that picture, was there was no Baron Zemo, right? Am I thinking wrong?
Who?
Baron Zemo.
I have no idea who that is.
Stop it. You are lying. All right, we're finding Baron Zemo. We're doing this right now. You'll know exactly who I mean once you see him. Wait, have you seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
No.
Okay, well then have you seen that other thing he was in? Was it Ultron maybe?
I
Ultron?
seen Ultron.
You don't remember this guy?
No.
What? Okay. I'm speechless. He's the best MCU character. We gotta find something for you. We have to do it. We have to. I'm sorry. I'm putting you through this. You have to see it. Baron Zemo's awesome. For real though, like he he's the most charismatic in the Marvel universe. Period. Period. End of story. You cannot win this one. Civil War. Thank you. Civil War. Baccarat. Good morning. I knew he was in one of them. Okay, you haven't seen Civil War.
I saw Civil War.
You don't remember? Okay, you gotta. I'm putting you through it. Sorry, you have to deal with it.
Where's the thing?
How do you not remember him?
I don't remember this useless scene.
No, this was from Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh.
But come on now, he's awesome. Wait, this is just a loop. Okay, whatever. You get the point.
Yeah, it was extended.
Baron Zemo was the big bad in Civil War. He's the one that caused everything. Everything. Like
It's been forever since I've seen Civil War.
Well, yeah, that's been a while for me too. But don't you remember, like, at the very end, and remind me in the chat if I get this story wrong, because it's been a while for me too. But he's sitting there talking. It's his family. Was during the whole time when. Oh my god, it's been so long now that I start saying it out loud. Wherever Wanda and Quicksilver were from, I forget. It got bombed. Baron Zemo's child, and that's why he formulated this plan, because he knew he could not take down the two biggest Avengers, which was Captain America and Iron Man. So he tried to pit them against each other, and that's when all the Wakanda Accords came out, and he started using the Super Soldier Serum. He's a great villain. He's the in my Sokovia. Thank you. Did I just say the Sokovia Accords and then not realize where it was at? Holy crap. He's the one that killed T'Challa's dad.
What?
Yes. But they kind of did a redemption arc in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Kind of. But I like him as a villain. And that's the problem that a lot of these properties has, is they have great, like Marvel has a villain problem in general, but then they take these villains that are great villains and then make them heroes. And I'm like, I get it, but like, you don't have that many. Oh, I said Wakanda Accords. Oh my god. I meant Sokovia Accords. Goodness, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've seen it. His family died during Age of Ultron. He revealed to Tony that Bucky killed his parents. That was the big thing. He had this video of Bucky killing Tony's parents, and that's why they fought. Any of this ringing a bell?
Nope.
Well, okay then. But he's awesome. I thought he was going to be in, back to the point of all of this, I thought he was going to be in Thunderbolts. With, Thunderbolts is really just a knockoff Suicide Squad. So it makes sense that he would be in it, but whatever. Like, they even have their own Amanda Waller. Like, Julie Louise-Dreyfus, is that her name? Talking about? Madam Hydra? None of this is ringing a bell to you because you didn't watch. Never mind. Never mind. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is easily the third best.
The third best. Which one's the first
third
one? Wanda? Vision?
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk? Oh, that's right.
She-Hulk, then Miss Marvel, then Moon Knight.
Oh,
That's my order.
So good.
Miss Marvel is so good.
To me, it's... Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to be talking. To me, it's Miss Marvel... Who would I put second? She-Hulk and then Moon Knight.
Have you seen any of the others?
No.
To be fair, I liked Moon Knight. It just wasn't. It's all right. It was good. It was good for what it is.
When you see something like Miss Marvel, you're like, oh yeah, the writing's way better.
Way better. Like, I will be fair here and say that I like Miss Marvel's writing much better than this show. This one just had me laughing a lot, and I don't know. I'm still at I think it also helps that I like She-Hulk as a character much more than Miss Marvel, but they did such a good job with that show with an introduction story, right? Because it was the first one we had seen really, and I guess not, because you had Kate Bishop, and then you had so that was a complete lie. But Miss Marvel, they did such a good job, like from the writing to the culture to the interactions to the suit, everything about it was so damn good. And it got a lot of flack. Weirdly enough, I'm like, why? Why? Because Captain Marvel showed up, or because she's a fangirl? Like, I don't know. Stargirl is still superior to She-Hulk. Not a chance. Though I will say I haven't caught up on it. So I don't know. And I know Infinity Eat comes out this week, I think. Where did Bianca go? Rude. Bianca. There you are. Rude. Did you lose internet? Because you're blurry.
Was that me?
Yeah.
It was me, wasn't it?
Yeah. You're good now, though. I think. But yeah, overall you still have really bad reception, so I'm hoping you're there. Nope, not there. I knew it. Hello again. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Is it better?
Yeah, you're full reception on my side.
Okay, cool. So I just switched my which internet to connect to. Stargirl is not even the same thing as a She-Hulk. I don't compare the two.
Like, one is very adult and one is very not kid but wholesome family fun.
You know how much kids are watching She-Hulk? And every time I talk to the parents or the kids, they're like, the twerking episode was my favorite part. It was so funny. And I'm like, wow.
I mean, it was supposed to be funny. Don't you remember when okay, no, you didn't read Jod Burn Run. But don't you remember seeing the images where she was jump roping naked? Yes! Yeah. Like, that's She-Hulk. And the only difference I noticed, really, you've read a lot of the later stuff. I've read the earlier stuff. We're both reading the current. So, correct me if I'm wrong. The only real difference I've noticed is that Jen is less cheerful. Like, she was much... I don't know if it's because they're putting her through this arc that tests everything, but she felt like she was a happier person in the comics than what we see in the
show. She-Hulk?
Yeah.
Well, that's because of which run you're talking about. She's not happy all the time. She has struggles, like every other person. She has been raped before. She has dealt with sexist lawyers before. She wasn't happy during those times. She got angry. Fair. She's been compared to her cousin all the time too, and she can't get sick of it.
That's fair. the run I champion is always the one would introduce me to it. I haven't read the Charles Soleil one. I haven't read the Mariko Tamaki stuff. I haven't read some of that stuff. So I am
Don't
not
read there, Mariko
even
Tamaki.
well that's fair. Even in Slat she had miserable experiences. And I'm spotty on that run. Right? So yeah, that's fair. That's why I said correct. Dreyfus is playing the Countess. Okay, Dreyfus is playing the Countess. Okay. Why did I think she was playing Madame Hydra? Again, this is the problem that I have with people saying that I'm an MCU stan. Is I don't even like I'm trying to get through this lore shit with it, and I don't know it that well. I just I'm it's it, Elon. I loved it. I think it. I think it's subjective. What did you think now that I have you on here? Because I tried to get you on my video, but you were working. What did you think? Did you think that mask was made from Huck's
No.
mask? It doesn't look at all like it. Like I have this weird coping. Like if you got my video I made about it is super ratioed because of course it is because YouTube is super super conservative in that aspect and that's what he is. But what? Like it's not the same color. It's not the same shape.
He's not
How
even the
is
most popular. The most popular would be Geeks and Gamers.
hmm? Like if they would have had a dude like with a hat. Good morning, Phil. I don't know. Is that what he like? I that's all I can think of when I think of Geeks and Gamers. Isn't he? He always wears a hat.
Hat.
Like, and another one would be the quartering. So like, I don't get it. I don't know. No, I don't think it is at all. I don't think, and then again, so I'm not going to go through this at all. But his mask is based off Dr. Von Doom's mask. Dr. Von Doom's mask was Dr. Von Doom was a founding member of Intelligentsia, though I do think it's different now. I do think it's I don't know, maybe someone using the name. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, but I love it. I need to give you some more Zemo clips because Zemo's awesome.
Wait, was his name Star Fox? Dang. Which name is Thanos' brother? It's Star Fox, right?
Eros, isn't it?
What? Which one?
Eros?
Zeros?
Eros? Eros.
Heroes? Your audio.
Eros. Eros. Well, his name's Star Fox, yes, but isn't it Eros?
Okay, making sure. I only knew the hero name. But yeah, like she was raped by Star Fox. She was defending him in court because a girl was like, "Yeah, he raped me." And he's like, "No, I didn't." Um and then while Jennifer, he's also was teaming up with the Avengers, trying to be a good guy when he was actually using his manipulation powers to have the villains stop and, you know, quote unquote rethink their ways. So usually with their manipulation powers, they usually can't remember, but she did. And while in court, I believe it was still in court, Jennifer had this random memory pop up of him having sex with her, and she doesn't remember that. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, did you use it on me?" And he was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Did you use it on me? Did you use your power on me?" And he's like, "Listen." And she got so angry, she threw him on the wall, and he went to the other side.
Yeah, that's why I always wondered. They brought in him. Was it at the end of Eternals? Played by Harry Styles. I know it was at the end of some movie. I was like, why would you bring this character? I'm not a Star Fox fan, or I don't care for the character, because his powers are super fucking creepy. Like creepy to the point of like what you said, using it against women. Like, doesn't he have like the manipulation? Like he can make anyone instantly fall in love with him. Not remember it. Isn't that what it is?
Yeah, but I think having a character on here would be good for a change. Like, he has, quote unquote, problematic powers. Let us see his. I want to see it. Put it on blast. We all know it's wrong. We should see how it's wrong.
Right. Do you really think they'd play it up like that though, with having Harry Styles play the character?
Harry Styles plays the character? That's
Yeah.
hilarious. Is he a good actor? Or is he a bad actor?
I don't know. I've never seen it. We're gonna look it up right now. Then we'll do Born of Blood. But I
Barrel roll.
I have no idea. I've never.
I find it confusing. Like, I should remember his real name, Arrows, because every time I say Fox, I keep thinking of the character Star Fox, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not the same character. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I'm like, yes, it is the exact same character as Star Fox.
Why does he have two names?
Oh, I think one is like, well, since he's not a hero, it'd be like a villain name, and then one is a regular, villain name, regular name.
I meant to look this up a long time ago, so we should check. She looks pretty though. I always liked her. Hey, wait! Hold the fuck on. Hold the fucking phone. Hold on.
What?
Connie from The Walking Dead is in Eternals? No, okay, now I'm gonna see the movie. Is she the...
Just for that?
Yes. Yes, she's the deaf chick because she's deaf in real life. She's deaf in the show. And now she's in here. I'm watching it. I am watching it today or tomorrow. That's fucking awesome.
Oh, now we're going to see your review.
Yeah, good idea.
What was that?
I love her. Hey, it's the Joker guy. Ow.
Oh, my ears.
Step.
My eyes are numb.
Patton Oswalt's voice.
Reporting for you. Hang on. Behold.
This is giving me
The
anxiety.
royal prince of Titan, brother of Thanos, the knave of hearts, defeater of Black Robert.
Roger.
Oh,
He said Black Robert.
of Black Roger, the great adventurer, Star Fox of Mystery Planet.
He doesn't look menacing.
Pleasure to make
Not
your
at all.
acquaintance, my fellow Eternals. You know, you really don't have to do the whole thing every time.
Oh, they added him.
Impressive.
The Robert. What was he? An elf, a goblin, whatever.
This is Pip.
I like his clothes better here than in the comics.
Say, Thea.
What do you want, lads?
Pip and I heads out, don't we?
I don't believe you.
Your friends are in big trouble.
Pip,
We know
that
where
was
to
his
find
name.
them.
Oh, that's
Ah,
cool.
he's so baby faced though.
He is. Well, it's Harry Styles. He's like 12. Okay, he's like your age.
He's my age.
Probably. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't
Probably.
have a clue. I can't judge people at all. The thing is, like, I'm so excited now. I love that actress. I had no idea she was in it. I would have seen this movie months ago.
They were focusing on the wrong thing.
Like, I don't even know if I seen her in the trailers. That's fucking cool. I'm excited. Okay. All right. We are going to talk. We got a little off there. But
For all the right reasons, of course.
that's right. We had to see babyface Harry Styles as the creepy Star Fox. Eternals is 3 hours. Have you seen it yet?
I'm not gonna see no stinking 3-hour movie. I don't care about the Eternals.
I don't either. I didn't until I realized it's Connie from Born of Blood. Born of Blood. Until I realized it's Connie from The Walking Dead. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about Born of Blood number 2. Now, I kind of explained this before, and I'll explain it. I've read this 3 times now in total, right? I made 2 edits on it. I only released one because I was like, the other one says a bunch of murder stuff, and I'm like, yeah, okay. But at first, I was a little taken back by it because I was like, I don't know, like, okay, maybe I should take the She-Hulk thing off and put some like NSFW stuff in here. I'm gonna have to be very careful about what I show. But there is at first, when I first seen it, I was like, okay, where are we going with this story? This is a gladiator style woman that has been presented to us as not a Mary Sue, a very deep, complex woman, not subjected to going down the idea of the sex kitten for sales, right? And then I read the book and I was like, wait. But everything you just said felt like it came to fruition. I was like, okay. So I went back through it. And I did enjoy, I will say first off, I didn't enjoy it as much as the first one, but I have been assured that not only is it going to get better, we're not really going to go back to this style. And it is 17 plus, so you got to remember that. And it is available through Diamond, I believe. Correct me if I am wrong, Drew. If you are, I seen you in the chat earlier. I don't know if you're still here. But also it did really well. Issue number 1 did really, really well. It was number 8 on the bestseller chart last week. And Merc has a variety of stuff, right? So if you're going to buy from Merc, you know you're going to see some TNA. It's like, Dynamite, but a little bit more extreme. Like if you guys remember Naughty and Nice, you've got these characters that are very much so dirty little girls. And it is also why I stay away, not from Merc, but specifically from Dynamite, because a lot of it is reduced to that without the good writing. So the only difference here is it is very similar to a Lunar, not Diamond. It's very similar, but you, instead of being reduced to just that, plus, just TNA with no good writing, you have no good writing alongside of this. So you're getting more out of what you would from a Dynamite-esque Vampirella. Whereas there are some good books. I'm not saying that. But I was a little taken back by this issue because I did not expect it. It was that simple. And I even went to you, Bianca, and I'm like, I was just like, I don't want to be mean. I don't want to Drew to be like, you're a bitch. But I at first I was like, I was like, okay, all right, here. Obviously beautiful art. This is written by Drew from Comics Elite or Dolan. Joe Corallo is the editor. Is he doing some of the writing now also? Carlos Beccaria. I hope I said that name right. Beautiful artist. Sebastian Gonzalez does the coloring. Lettering by Joe Rodriguez. I always like to give. Yeah, I knew Murphy got credit. That's awesome. I love her. She's cool. I've had Murphy on before. She's awesome. So basically, TLDR before we go into this part of the story, and I'm not going to ruin it all, but issue number 1 introduced us to Giaris. She is born to a king that expected a son, and during her 18th birthday, she was thrown into this this idea of having to battle and be part of the army. And we actually see her kind of using her intelligence to help her in battle. Like there was one time I pointed out where she used sand, and I thought that was really smart. I thought it was a lot better than like having this woman that can beat up a 400-pound, muscle man, not 400 pounds, but you get what I mean. But I thought it was really good because you don't want to see that vapid character, that character that is just there for beauty and not actual story development. Now that's not the case in here, I'm just saying. But we open up and there's one thing that a lot of people complain about in current comics, and not necessarily like in Batman. I don't know. I guess I hear it. I don't necessarily agree with it, but that there's not enough action. It's just not going to happen with this one, right? You get a lot of action right off the bat, but what you also get, I love the artist. I love the blood splatter. I'm not going to spoil the book, but there is one panel at the end that I absolutely have to show. Absolutely have to show because it's so good. But the idea that as a warrior, is there a female version of warrior? Warrior? No, I don't.
Is there what?
A female version of warrior? That's such a dude element to it. Warrior? As a female warrior? I don't think that works.
Oh, you mean for warrior? No, it's just warrior is already gender neutral.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sort of. I mean, it is, but she's starting to worry about her dad, right? Her dad is the king, and he's getting slower. He is aging, and she is to take care of him more and more. And I love this. Like you get some cute father and daughter moments. I love this panel. I love this panel because it's like from the difference. Oh, I guess I didn't realize how far it was zoomed out. The difference here is what you see from the first issue where he just got annoyed with his daughter, right? It was
as you would.
Wait, what?
What?
Like he was getting annoyed. He was like rolling his eyes at her. She was making perfume, and he's like, ew, like, like he just wanted the son. But now we're getting the idea that he's proud of her. He's embraced what she's become. The only issue I have with that is he's only embraced her because she became what he wanted her to become. And I don't know if that's something maybe no, they won't. But like the idea that he probably wouldn't have embraced her otherwise is a little jarring. But regardless, it's that time. What's that?
No, it's completely normal. Parents still do that to their kids nowadays. So it's not like it's anything new or jarring.
Good parents.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, I get it. Like, you have you want your child to become something, but especially when it comes to this time period. Like, that was completely normal back then. They didn't even realize what they were doing, right? That was just the idea of what they had become. I do wish, like, I feel like the art's great. Don't get me wrong, but it just seems like, I don't know, maybe not. Oh. I got to be careful here. Hold on. Let me zoom down a little bit. They have, here we go. They have a feast, right? They're celebrating their victory. And this is where I was like, okay. So I'm going to describe it to you because I cannot show it. Like, there's no way I can show this without getting reported for nudity or something. I'll see if there's a section I can show, but
you should have cropped it.
I should have. I just was like, okay. Probably just going to have to describe it. We meet a character, and she is named Ariella. And she's a little bit of an older character. Somebody that is going to be then training her. Also, we saw the training initially with the guy, and I can't think of his name right off the top of my head. And now this is her second bout of training. But this training is very different. It is training in manipulation, technically. Manipulation is what you're looking for. But the jarring part to me was like, go fuck him. Okay. Like that, it was just like, whoa. Like, she was just like super okay with it. And the weirdest part about it all to me was that the father sent his daughter to get fucked. That's what was weird to me. That's what I couldn't wrap my head around.
Purposes.
He's still his daughter. Still
Yeah,
weird.
which was normal back then anyway. That's how.
Yes, I understand that. But my mind, especially initially, was not in that mindset. Like, I was like, whoa, like, what kind of dad would do this? But, like you said, it is for her wheelhouse of training. It is
Fortune.
yeah, it is to have like inner, it's her inner utility belt, right? The art of manipulation through using your feminine wiles. And like, I love characters that do that. I love Poison Ivy. I love all these things. I love even Talia does it to a point, right? I love Catwoman. I love Harley. These are all women that know how to use their feminine wiles, but their dad's not sending them, which was where I had the disconnect. It's a period piece. I had to keep that in mind. Like, I had to. So she learns the art of pleasing men. Basically, I can't show any of that. That just can't show a single.
Oh, you should have edited it. Yeah.
I should
Like I
have.
did for my premiere.
No, but
I didn't edit it well though.
I really should have, I suppose. But like, I gotta be careful. I already have 2 strikes anyway. I gotta be super careful. I should have. This is live. This is the quality you get here. That's what I'm. But she gets the seal of approval from the men, right? And more will be explained about Ariel and her motives. And I kind of expected that, especially with what happens at the end. I figured she had some sort of underlying motives as to why. I still like, it's still hard for me to wrap my brain around the idea that it was his daughter that he sent, and he knew like his daughter was getting fucked in the other room. Like, that was weird to me. But it's just I can't think about it. I overthink it. So what ends up happening, and I don't want to show too much, but they're going to war. There's an issue with the father, and what we see is her begin. I think I can show.
She's about to get pregnant from all these men.
Yeah, right. They didn't have condoms back then, did they?
No,
No,
it was just a free for all.
I suppose, but like, she goes, and this was another part I had issue with, and I want to make sure before I say anything that I know. She gathers the troops, but we don't actually where. And I would love to ask Drew, but where do we see her go behind enemy lines? Because she clearly does, because what we see is her using what she learned. I think that's safe enough. Using what she learned in order to, from Ariel and her father. But we don't actually see her go behind enemy lines, and maybe I missed it. And that's another part I was confused about, and I was like, okay, all right. But what we see is her using that in order to get at the general to kill him. But what I have to show you, like, this will be the last page I show because I don't want to give away too much, is this fucking phenomenal art. This is one of the first pages I seen. And it's right after not to sound crass. God, this is hard. That's what she said. Right after she's writing him, I guess is the best way to put it. What we see is her using what she learned. And this page, yes, but this way, the coloring on this, the way it is done, this was one of the very first pages I saw, and I absolutely love it. I love the way this looks, like down to the blood splatter. It is stunning. Like, you can even see a little bit of nipple. You can tell she's still naked. It is stunning, though. Like, the way she actually goes about this. I love it. They were in disguise to get into their camp. Okay, that's fair. I'll have to look back. I guess I remember her kind of rallying the troops, and then I didn't see it, but I'm sure it's there. Okay, I just seen big old booty. I thought I had it on the screen. I was like, whoopsies. Breezen, thank you so much. She-Hulk is a bad show. That is all. Wait, Breezen, I thought it was your favorite show too. After the twerking incident, you loved it. Good morning, by the way, and thank you so much. But we see, I don't want to give away too many spoilers because it's worth the read. I want to show this panel because I want to see. Might be a little spoilery here, so if you don't want to know, I've got it zoomed in to where you won't see it. But I want to show you the way that the art is done here. I love the way that she's running here, like absolutely stunning. The way that, and that was one thing I noticed initially, and I said to Drew about the first issue, was the way that his artist conveys emotion. Like, you can feel, you can see it in their eyes, and I love this right here. So it's obviously right after she just killed that guy, so she's all sorts of bloody. But I love the way that her eyes look. I love the way that
the fear in her eyes,
yes,
mate.
yes, it's beautiful. I don't want to show too much, but this all comes down to, yeah, like Drew said, finding out that Ariella.
If you want to go with the original Hebrew pronunciation or the US.
That other chick, the chick that trained her, I think it's Ariel, has different motivations. And that's what we find out here. And then, there's a some sad shit that happens here at the end. But so our villain, I'm assuming our villain, because we're kind of setting up that idea now, is going to, this is, it's available in comic book stores in 2 weeks. Okay, all right, there we go. I'm gonna put that here. Our villain is, and I'm gonna say right off the bat, in the current climate that we have, it takes balls to actually write a female protagonist and antagonist. And besides the weirdness with the dad sending her to get fucked, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. And I think once we get back to like not having that weirdness, and that's nothing against Drew, that is my mind overthinking, right? Like, because I get it's a different, I can say all these things out loud. I can say it's a different time. I can say, maybe he didn't know, maybe he didn't. But my mind still goes, oh no, he's his daughter's pimp. Like, you get what I mean?
I guess.
It's weird to me. But this is one just simple part. Like, for what it's worth, this and Area 51 Helix Project are still the best indies that I can suggest. Like, if you're looking for something truly magnificent, totally different spectrums, but both still amazing. It's all I heard. Where the hell am I at right now? Right? Again, I can say it out loud. It is a challenging story. It is a very challenging story. And that's the thing.
Wait, so the antagonist, the main antagonist, is also female?
And the protagonist.
Okay, so what we're going to do is that she's going to have sex with the antagonist to show that she can do this mission the right way.
Like, I'm not gonna be here sticking up for it if it leads down that path. But I don't see that actually being the storyline. I think there's a lot more than that to this story. Like, but it also has me like going, well, obviously she doesn't know yet that, I mean, if you're still here, you kind of have figured it out all along that Ariel is this vindictive bitch who literally, like, at one point calls Giaris a whore. Like, you taught her how to pleasure men and then turn around and call her a whore? It's fucking ironic.
I'm really good at ideas and improv. Thanks, Drew.
That is hilarious. As long I don't know what, like, now my head just, like, is there, I have to ask, Drew,
Hi, Keely.
is there any relation between Ariel and Giaris?
You can do it.
Like, because this might just get a little bit weirder. But I don't know. Like, if it's her aunt or something, like, I don't know. My brain goes to places it should not. Good morning, Keely. Oh, and that, when I was talking earlier, when that person came in and was like, watch so and so's review, Keely is when I never mind actually putting different links. Oh, he said I
Well,
can't.
that's because Keely's awesome.
Yeah, that's exactly right. When people
And a male.
Oh yeah, I forgot. But Keely just earned it. Like, Keely is such a good supporter. Drew said no comment. No, I can't say. Okay, this could get weird. Okay.
It can't say what. What'd you say?
I asked if there was any relationship between, if there was any familial bond between Ariel and Giaris. Okay.
Oh well, I haven't read it, so
Okay, well,
I have no idea
you
what
just
that
gave
is.
it away. Ariel is talking about Giaris' mother, not Giaris. Okay, so we know it's not the mother. There, I'm at least satisfied with that, because if it was her mom watching her get fucked, okay, I would just be, it's her aunt.
That would be.
I can about guarantee it's her aunt. If she has a hate boner for her mother. Like, sibling rivalry gone wrong, gone, like, what is this? Spartan period? Which is also weird. But she's playing a bit, right? She's playing this teacher, mentor role to get under her skin. I don't know. Hate boner. I love me Scorpios. Wait. Is okay, we need to make it so Giaris is canonically a Scorpio. Just saying. But she's got those eyes.
So
Freaking
what would
eyes.
be the female version of a hate boner?
That's a good question. I love this picture, though. I can show this without getting in trouble. That's so pretty. That's Ariel and Giaris.
That looks weird, not gonna lie.
Wait, why does it look weird?
Wait, they're not family, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are.
That's why it looks weird to me.
That's why it was weird to me about her sending, or about her dad sending her to her. That's why I couldn't get my head around it. But I get it's a different time. I get it. But it's still really pretty. What is this? Because that's beautiful. Holy crap. That looks real.
Who dat? Who dat?
Is that like one of the Naughty and Nice characters? Oh, it's Shikari. That's why. Beautiful, beautiful artist.
Yeah.
Or wait, is that how you pronounce it? Shikari. I think so. Because I always thought it was Shakira. Oh, it's Ryan Kincaid.
Shakira.
Yeah, like
no
my
fighting.
like my hips don't lie kind of thing.
Yeah.
Black Phoenix, thank you so much. I'm so disappointed that Daredevil didn't twerk in that She-Hulk finale. I'm sorry.
Right?
I
My
mean,
time was wasted.
wait, you can see the screen, right?
Yeah.
I think Joseph is lying. Yeah, I know you were disappointed with the finale you said earlier, Black Phoenix, but I didn't think it was terrible. It wasn't the best episode.
It's honestly what I expected.
Yeah. Kira.
That's how it was in the comics, and I'm like, finally, we get it. They're like, this is what I wanted, and I'm like, well, of course it's in the finale because they had to.
Yeah. Ariel is talking. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Also, you don't think it was like, what if they thought, oh hey, what they did with WandaVision, her not facing any repercussions or whatever, like they need to face repercussions, so that's why she was very adamant about it in this last episode.
That's a good point because I kept saying I didn't think it was fair she went to jail. Just because something doesn't feel fair doesn't mean it's not just. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, there was a lot of people upset about Wanda because that one line where she's like, they'll never know what you gave up when she had enslaved their minds.
Which I still have to see WandaVision. And yeah, I was like, wow, she is naming everybody, making sure there's no stone left unturned like that.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like,
Oh,
people
yeah.
who needed to face repercussions and all that stuff.
Yeah, and good for her. Like I'm totally game with that because they should have like what they did was fucking inexcusable. Inexcusable. Drew said there will be a lot of questions at the end of 2, but all will be answered by the end of the series. A lot more surprises. I am going to also edit or take this and clip out the Born of Blood review and edit it and make it a lot better and clip out my what kind of answers that I said when I didn't want to when I was fumbling over my words. That way people can see because I do think it's a solid book. There's nothing against it. I was just my brain sometimes goes into overtime and I overthink things. Whereas I should
Of
just
course
enjoy
you
it.
didn't die.
Who didn't die?
If you didn't see a body, then they're not dead. That's the rules of anime, Hominis. You should know that by now.
Didn't want to die? No. Wait, Elon accidentally banned Keely. How do you fix that? Oh.
Oh, hit him. Mm.
Yeah, I did see that, Robert. So anybody trying to uh trying to not get spoiled about Gotham Knights, be very careful. In this case, they are dead. They are dead in my book. They're dead. I love that. Now, I understand why the universe, like some, when it comes to Marvel and DC, it's a little bit different because, things can't have a great character dead for 20 years. It's just business, right? But I do respect that idea. So we know that characters that die, they're actually dead. There are no anime rules here. They're dead. And I like that, like, the guesswork of it, right? You just gotta go with the story, and that is sometimes my and I do the same thing with modern comics. It's not just Born of Blood. Like I was reading Batman and Robin, Batman vs. Robin yesterday, and spoilers for anyone that doesn't want to know, but at the end I'm my mind is going through all of these different circumstances as to why Cain and Abel acted the way they did, and were those the fates, and are we seeing this real Alfred, and how could this be, and it's just the way my mind works. Like, I just overthink things, and it's ridiculous, especially like get stoned and overthink things, and then I go into stupid shit like like bingo. Bingo the name of the dog or the farmer?
There was once a farmer who had a dog and da-da-da-da-da-da.
You don't know, do
It's
you?
dog.
That's what I thought until I got stoned last night. And then I thought about it for 2 fucking hours. Probably shouldn't have announced that. People probably, probably just shouldn't announce that. But yeah, make sure you guys share. It'll be, Drew said it'll be available through or in your local comic shop in 2 freaking weeks. That's crazy. Stoned and overthinking is my hobby, right? Bingo was the dog. I'm not so sure. It could work out either way.
Let's ease off Tristan's mind. It was the dog. It was the Doge.
All right, guys, we are going to wrap
and
up.
it was a Shiba Inu.
What are you doing on your channel this week?
What I'm doing on my channel today is that I'm going to be having a comic I'm interviewing an indie creator whose comic is on Indiegogo called The Screecher. Or probably just Screecher. I don't think there's a "the" in it. His name is Nick. It'll be at 6 o'clock-ish today.
Is it live? Or is it...
If I can't get this OBS thing started, then it'll obviously be on Restream, so look out for that. If it's on Restream, you obviously see the notify me button.
Wait, you're trying OBS? You're brave.
I had it started before, and I completely messed up, and then I deleted it, and I shouldn't have done that. Now I have to, like, redo my entire settings and all that stuff.
God.
I did, like, it was, this week, but because I've been working nights, I haven't had any much questions so far. So, questions are open for this, indie creator. Have some questions, ask.
Oh, that's awesome. I tried OBS 3 separate times. I've downloaded it. And it looks it like, even going through the tutorials, oh my goodness, you're brave. Angelo, thank you so much. Haven't watched it, but it's okay if you like it. Thank you. I like I said, the show's not for everyone, right? It's definitely not.
I will never be offended for somebody who does not like the show.
For sure. For sure. Just don't be offended when I do. Not you, Angelo. I just people in general. That's why art is subjective. We all like different things. We all enjoy different storylines or different time periods even.
Oh, we didn't rate the show, by the way.
Oh yeah. What do we do? Okay, overall.
Okay, I'm going first, I'm guessing.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So to me, it was a 7. It's decent, but the writing could be better.
Yes. I agree, like, some of the stuff there was a few things that fell flat to me, but generally it had me laughing most of the time or at least at the bare minimum enjoying it, like and I did like also that it was shorter. I would say 7.5, just because I was actually very surprised at how much I enjoyed most of the show. Like, it wasn't Peacemaker levels of good, but it wasn't Titan season 3 level of bad. It had a good mix of everything. And I love Tatiana Maslany. I think she's a great actress.
I think one of the problems of why some of the episodes fell flat is because when me and Robert looked up the credentials of some of these people, they were like, "Oh, I've never written anything before. I have a blog." And I'm like, "Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Get actual writers this time. Please. Get more actual writers because two of the people, I believe it was 7 and 8, they were actual comic book writers. I don't remember if 9 was one of them, but please get people with actual like writing experience.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think overall, like, it's worth watching. Like, if you're a Marvel fan, you're gonna enjoy it. You're going to like some of the references, like,
Yeah,
even
you
if they
just said
don't pay
you
off.
guys all like the same thing. Attack her.
Right? Can't say anything on the internet without someone getting mad. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. That's what I liked about it. It made me giggle. I love it. And check out Born of Blood. Most definitely. And go to Bianca's channel, turn notifications on, and be there tonight at our video.
Yay.
All right, guys. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.